What's going on, everybody? Tyler and Sean here, Coffee and VR Rendered Reality. Thank you for joining us, and I'm so glad you're here, Sean, man. It was a very, very lonesome, tough show for me last week to sit here and do by myself.
You did great.
Um,
You did great.
yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. It was going to be like a 5-minute show, and I rambled for an hour, I guess. So that's kind of how it goes, but we're super glad to have you back, as am I, just to have somebody to talk to. But yeah, it's been tough for you, man. And I will go ahead and say it. You know, he may be a little on the soft side today, spoken, but I'm glad you're here, man. So thank you,
Yeah,
thank you for joining me at least.
for sure. It's been a rough go for me for a while. I still don't really have my voice fully back. I'm still been pretty dehydrated. I've been trying to drink a lot of liquids and stuff. So
Yeah.
hopefully you guys can hear me okay today. Gamer tag. Good to see
Cheers,
you.
mate.
Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Thank you for that
Yeah.
super chat. I do want to break down a little bit about what's been going on with me. It may get a little bit personal and stuff, but
Right.
it all started for me last year in June. I had something kind of similar happen for the first time in my life, and it lasted about a month. We missed a
Yep.
lot of shows back then, and I went through a whole lot of doctors. I went to a bunch of different doctors, and nobody could really quite figure out what was going on with me. And towards the end, I finally went to a GI specialist. Rizzle Rock, always coming in clutch.
Cheers,
Really
brother.
appreciate
Man, yeah.
that. So, I mean, this is definitely getting pretty personal, but the GI specialist finally found out and diagnosed me with ulcerative colitis. And at that point in time, I was pretty much all better by the time I got that diagnosis. And, you know, I never went on any medication. I went back to life as normal, eating normal and trying to eat, you know, somewhat healthy. And I just never had any other issues with it again. And then January of this year comes along, and after the holidays and eating probably a lot of things that I shouldn't be eating and some things that irritate my stomach, I guess,
Sure.
it just flared back up, and I've had a really hard go at it. It's been about 3 weeks now that I've pretty much been bedridden. I've lost a ton of weight. Luckily, the beard hopefully helps hide some of that some, but I've unfortunately lost a lot of weight and haven't been able to eat. But they've put me on some pretty strong steroids and stuff to try to get past this. And, you know, once I can get past this, then I can really figure out a good diet plan that'll hopefully avoid this ever happening again, and with some medication and stuff. So it's basically where I'm at, and I appreciate all of the well wishes and everything
Yeah.
from everybody. I mean, it does mean a lot. I try to read them. I haven't been super active lately just because I haven't had the energy. Even today was really a struggle for me to get up and get going this morning and try to get on the show, but I didn't want to miss it. You know, I miss being here with everybody. I miss you know, seeing the chat and talking to you. And I mean, I'm still super passionate about VR, even though I haven't got
Yeah.
to play it very much
I know.
the last couple weeks. I have just a little bit. I've played just a little bit here and there. But yeah, I mean, I really
Yep.
appreciate all the support. I
I was
really,
I was
really, really
actually
do.
almost trying to talk him out of doing the show this morning because he was struggling that hard, and I didn't want to miss it either. But I'm like, man, your health is worth way more than trying to do a show. So he
Yeah.
pulled through. He's here. I can't believe it myself, actually, on the way he sounded this morning. Didn't even sound like him. So
Yeah.
glad you're here, man. Glad you're maybe feeling a little bit better. I
It's
know it might
getting
not
there.
feel like it at
Yeah.
times,
I
but
mean,
yeah, a
I'm
little bit day
definitely
by day.
definitely not 100% yet, but
Right.
it's getting there. I mean, I've definitely improved. I've been able to eat some food this past week, trying to
Yep.
get on a little bit of solid foods and stuff, and still trying to remain hydrated.
Yeah.
I ended up in the ER early this week, and they had to give me like IV fluids and all kinds of stuff, so I was so dehydrated. So, and big shout out to my wife, because she has taken such good care of me through all this and
Yep.
done so much. So, mentioning that next weekend is going to be Valentine's Day weekend, and we are not going to plan to do a show next weekend because we want to be able to spend some time with the wives and stuff, and just
Yep.
for that holiday. So that's just a heads up. We won't be here next weekend. Hopefully, after that weekend, things will be back in full swing, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm actually going skiing. I'm taking the wife skiing.
yeah,
We're going to see some friends at their place over in Pennsylvania and go skiing. So looking for, I'll
that'll
have
be
to
awesome.
practice some powder VR before I go because
Right.
I haven't skied or snowboarded, you know, in a while. So I need to get my snow legs back, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it'll be
we don't have
interesting.
any for sure plans yet, since just we didn't know what my condition was going to be like coming into that weekend.
Right.
So we'll still see how this coming up week goes and make some plans. But we'll be
Yep.
happy to be back the week after that, and hopefully by then, everything will be pretty much back to normal. So.
Yeah, I know. So it's been tough. It's been tough on me too. I don't have my co-op buddy to play anything with. I mean, we play everything together basically.
We did play one round of Population One last week, I think it was.
Which we'll talk about here, but it's tough for you. I know. I was glad to see you do something. I mean, because you've had nothing other than just laying around. So I'm like,
it's hard to believe.
Good at any time, I will play with you.
It's hard to believe how much you like lose in mobility and like strength and stuff. Like even just playing Population for one round and climbing things and stuff. I was like, oh my goodness, like it's never been this hard before. So it's kind of crazy, but so that's where we're at. And I truly appreciate all the support and everybody being here and even everybody coming back after us missing random shows. And this is not how we planned 2021. No, we had a lot of big plans, and hopefully those plans will still, take place. It's just a little slower start than normal. And if it's your first time watching, I'm sorry for breaking down all this personal stuff.
Not normal.
This isn't usually how it goes, but we thought we kind of owed it to everybody to kind of talk about what's going on. I mean, you guys are family to us, really. So. But so what do you want to get into first?
Well, okay. So speaking of, just we were talking about playing stuff co-op together. I mean, one of our best experiences we had was playing Arizona Sunshine together, right? And Horde Mode specifically inside of that. I think you and my buddy Dave, you guys were top of the leaderboard in Horde Mode.
For a little while, a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I forget what level you were. It was ridiculous, like level 75 or something crazy. But we had the best time playing that game. And it's really cool to hear that we're getting Horde Mode now and Saints and Sinners, which is awesome.
For the Quest. This has been out. Yeah.
Yes, it has.
So I've played this a decent amount on
Quest, man.
Yeah, I've played it on Steam, the trial mode, which is really good. I mean, because it adds a lot of elements to crafting and stuff like that. It's a lot more open and free than I guess I would think of Horde Mode and Arizona Sunshine. I mean, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is an excellent game. Yeah. My main complaint, though, is there's still no co-op like that.
I know.
I mean, it's fun by myself, but this game is such a good game. I mean, definitely to me, the best zombie game out there. Yeah. So if I could just have the opportunity to play this with friends, 1, 2, 3 other people, Horde Mode and the full campaign. I mean, Arizona Sunshine full campaign and co-op was awesome. I love that game. So that is something that, man, I wish so bad they would add. But I am glad that they finally got the trial mode out on the Oculus Quest because that was something, we needed. I mean, the Quest is such a huge platform now.
It just prolongs the life of the game too, for people to go back into it and play something different. Yeah. And Horde Modes like this, I love trying to beat my last and go farther and do better.
Right.
It's a great thing. I see Steve XM said he's addicted to it too.
Yeah, I saw that. I know he's been playing it.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is great for it.
Yeah.
Would I love to see the co-op? Yes. I mean, it would just change the dynamic of this game. I mean, so much. Even if they had could you imagine if you could have 8 people in Horde and 2 were people and 6 were zombies or something
that'd be cool.
They could mix that up so much and do so many cool things, even if it wasn't campaign co-op, which ultimately would be the be all end all for this game.
I'd go all the way back through this game in campaign.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I would pick it up tomorrow if they said they had co-op. So
yeah.
I feel like, and we say this all the time, and not because we're, big shooter fans, but because we are big multiplayer fans, and what VR does for it, it needs multiplayer or co-op at minimum. All VR needs to be that way. And we hear it more and more, I think, and everybody in chat, I'm sure, will almost agree. And single player stuff is awesome. Don't get me wrong. There's a place for it. But why not have that as well? I don't know. Yeah. It's just server issues that they don't want to work through usually.
But Skydance Interactive actually teased a little bit about that a long time ago, back when this game was launching or shortly after it launched on PC. They kind of, I don't remember how exactly they said it, but that they're not ruling it out, but it wasn't something they were working on. So hopefully, I still have hope for that because I think this game is, I mean, it's a gruesome, brutal game, but it's a lot of fun. And I mean, there's nothing else that I can think of that gives you that one-on-one visceral feel of interacting with a zombie like that. I don't think anybody else has done it quite that
Not
well.
That good.
Yeah. So I mean, I think there's still so much potential for this game. I'm glad to see that they keep updating it. My biggest complaint still is the cross-buy because I've never played this on the Quest because I bought this for $40 on Steam, and I haven't wanted to spend another $40 on it
to have the same game. Yeah, to have wireless, basically. Right.
But,
yeah, I agree. I think, and we say that too. All games should be cross-buy. I mean, how can they not be? You can't.
Yeah, on the Oculus platform. I mean, there's only one platform now. I mean, they don't even sell a Rift anymore. So, I mean, you look at the Steam numbers and stuff. You know, the Quest 2 headset is like what, number 2 headset used on Steam now? Like, I mean, that is their only platform now. So they might as well. You know, all the PC VR titles are geared towards Quest now, anyways, with Link. So it's like, why not? Make that, why not Oculus be all cross-buy? But I mean, it's not up to us, unfortunately. But
exactly. And I know they see it as, you know, there's a value, and people will buy it probably twice if they do want it on that. So I mean, I guess if it works for them, then go ahead. But to me, I would think that they should be, especially, you're right, with like the Rift S kill off and stuff like that. Like, there's no point.
I mean, I've been tempted. I have been tempted to spend the $40 again on this on Quest because, for one thing, I love the game, and two, it's one of those games. You know, for certain people, it's an awesome game to show them VR and have them experience an experience that they have never had before. You know what I mean? So it's tempting. I just wish it would go cross-buy, but. Well, I guess even if it did go cross-buy, I'd have to buy it again because I bought it on Steam. I didn't buy it on Oculus.
True.
So I guess.
And I guess I would be at least okay with that. I don't know. I still, again, if I have a bunch of, which we can't now, but if I had a bunch of people over, I would buy this game and let them play it because it's one of the best adult games I think there is. Do I think it's good for kids? I don't know, man. Some of this gore in this it's too real almost, right? Yeah. I mean, if you guys have played this, you know when you stab those zombies in the beginning, it is freaking real when you plunge that knife in. Like, you swear you're doing it. You know?
I felt bad. The first time I did it, I had like a guilty feeling. Like, man, that was too much. But it's pretty intense.
Yep, it is. I know.
So
I know.
Another one I wanted to talk about that is coming up is Vanishing Grace, because we talked about this a while ago, and they had a demo out on I believe it was SideQuest. And you actually played this. I haven't played this. You played this a while back.
This was my hidden gem at the time, man. It's awesome. The look and feel of it's great. I love the art style. It's just a really well-rounded game. And though there wasn't much other than just getting to, you know, move the ship and stuff like that, it's awesome. It was great. So to see this officially coming to the Quest is really good to see.
Not Quest. I know. I thought the same thing. No, I was like, seeing this game, I was like, oh, this is Quest all day long. It is not coming to Quest. Nope, it's coming to Steam, Oculus, and I believe PSVR. Or no, it's coming to PSVR and Rift later on. So, I mean, when I saw this, I was like, Quest
possible?
For sure. Yeah, they said that they said that they have no real plans.
Like,
they said they have no real plans right now to release on Quest, which is absolutely crazy to me. It launches on February 11th, but it's not coming officially to the Quest, which makes no sense to me because that's a big disappointment. That's the first thing I thought too.
And the only reason maybe not, I mean, we know that approval process is really hard for Quest, so maybe they're having issues with that, or maybe they're going to do this, you know, side app deal with the Apple Lab, and go that route. Who knows? But man,
I know, it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, because when I saw it pop up on the Quest store or Oculus store, I'm like, oh yeah, guaranteed. Like, it already works on Quest. But interesting.
I believe that's the case. So.
Yep, it is advertised on the Quest store. That's what I thought too.
Oh no, it is. I'm thinking of a different game. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is coming to Quest.
Yeah, I thought so, but yeah,
I must have wrote a note for the wrong game. Maybe it was. Is it Mask Trainer that's not coming to Quest? Maybe that's the one that's not coming to Quest. That could be. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. I'm sorry. I've been out of it. Sorry if I messed that up. But yeah, because I thought I saw it on the Quest store too after I started saying that. Too. But yeah, so it is coming to the Quest, and it's supposed to be coming February 11th. It's supposed to be $20.
So. That's awesome, man. I'm already going to recommend it without even playing the full game or anything.
Yeah, because the demo is so good.
Yeah, it's just, well done. So, super excited for this game. Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. I'm glad to see that. I know. I thought maybe this was going to be a SideQuest only app, which is still awesome. Like, don't get me wrong. SideQuest is amazing. It's just the exposure. Like, people are picking up headsets and they don't want to jump through what they think is jumping through to do SideQuest. But
yeah, I mean, we did polls on that, and we're going to talk about some of the App Lab stuff coming up. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great one, especially now that I realize it is Quest. It's Mask Maker that isn't coming to Quest, but Vanishing Grace is. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that is an exciting one. I think that's going to be a really good game on Quest. I know the early stuff looked really good. The trailer looks really good. So I think that's going to it's going to be a big one, I think. So South Memphis. $20 super chat coming through, the $20 super chat. Thank you, sir. What? That's awesome.
Cheers. Yeah. Not necessary, man. You guys don't need to super chat us, man. We're just here to hang out. I'm glad we drugged Sean here.
Yeah, me too. Even though I'm messing everything up this morning, sorry about that. But
oh, dude, you're all good, man. You're all good.
Yeah, but
I am asking in chat too if Vanishing Grace interests you, because I'm curious to see how many people and what type of people really want to play this, because I see this. We're into all the high-end graphic stuff and PC stuff, but games like this that are like solid gameplay and good looks just really pique my interest.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see who will pick it up, or at least if it interests you. Whether you get it or not, I guess that's up to you.
So,
but,
a little bit of backstory of the game is you're a man on the hunt for a missing childhood friend, Grace. Grace left a trail that Joe follows through the desert cruising hovercraft, and you'll have to maintain the vehicle as you travel, visiting sites that Grace traveled to pick up more clues. So it's definitely, a puzzle adventure kind of maintenance game that you have to maintain your ship and everything like that. So it'd be pretty cool. I think it's going to be a pretty good potential, especially on the Quest, because
I do too. Yeah. Person said, let's resurrect hover junkers, and this gives you the feels of that. Yeah. Like when you it's awesome. You have a boomerang on there and you collect some stuff and get the ship moving, and I'm just like, the desert scene, I'm like, it's so hover junkers, and I would love to play that with people.
Yeah, hover junkers is awesome.
We just buy 20 people copies and go play that with them.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Hopefully the servers are still up. But so this is the one that I got confused with. It's Mass Maker. So Mass Maker, it's the developers of Fisherman's Tale, and it's supposed to arrive on April 20th. And this is the one PSVR and Rift, but no plans for the Quest right now. Which this is the one that confused me, because I was like, looking at this, it looks like a Quest title. It doesn't look like a PCVR title. So I was very confused by why this is not coming to the Quest. I mean, the Quest sales are through the roof. Developers are making more money on the Quest than they're making on any other platform. And it's somebody from a game like the Fisherman's Tale that was a pretty big success. You would think they would be able to get on the Quest store pretty easily with a history of a good game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's got the right look. Yeah, you'd think, it would work on it. I know. I agree. I mean, it's sad because I feel like Quest is creating this divide between PC VR and mobile. But at the same time, just because you release on Quest doesn't mean you can't release it on PC, on Steam too. So, but is everything getting, I don't want to say dumbed down for Quest, but I think a lot of things are, unless they're shooting for that high end, spec stuff. I think a lot of developers are narrowing in on Quest, man.
I mean, it doesn't even make sense, because this game doesn't look like it's a PCVR high-end graphic title. It looks like a Quest title. I mean, so that it doesn't look like it's built for PCVR without Quest in mind. It just doesn't look like that to me at all. But
and some of these games could have been in development for a long time, and trying to run on 1060s still, or who knows what. I mean, we've seen some games released that have been in the works for 3 and 4 years,
Yeah, I don't know.
Given I don't think this has, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, they did announce this a little while ago. We just finally kind of got a release date and some trailer stuff, but it kind of reminds me of you remember virtual reality, because of the mask or the headsets that you would take off, and those would kind of transport you to different places and stuff like that. So I don't know that I have as high of hopes for this game as I did, Fisherman's Tale and stuff like that. But I think it looks interesting. I don't know if this is one that's at the top of my list to play, especially not being on Quest, because I feel like this is an easy Quest pickup compared to a PCVR title. But
if I'm gonna go play PC stuff, maybe not gonna be this. I don't know. But,
at least we're getting Vanishing Grace on Quest. That's
cool. So good, man. So good. And I should end that poll, but 81% said it does interest them. So interesting. Good to see.
I think Vanishing Grace is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I do too, man. It's awesome. Yep, I love it. Super excited. Another game that's got a big update coming, which again, just multiple updates rolling in and out, is Microsoft Flight Simulator, which has been delayed-ish, but we did get a trailer for it, which is this, which is jaw-dropping,
the UK
to say the least. Oh, man, dude, this looks so crispy. Look, Stonehenge, just all this stuff. This looks amazing. The details, I just drool over these. But the bad part is, us with VR, we're not probably getting to experience to its full potential because you have to turn everything down so far. And that's where my frustration still lies, is the optimization in that, which on one of their last talks they had for feedback, they discussed the optimization and getting the hands in. And I kind of talked about it, I think last week, unless it was another time I was talking to myself, was then. And I really feel like they know where VR is going, especially for simulators. And especially the developers, they all said that that's how they play it at home. So I really hope they keep pushing and pushing to optimize VR and get hand controls in there. You know, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I would love that.
Controller support. Yeah, but this update looks amazing. RenderedRealityvr says, here we go. Can't wait for this update. I know. Oh my gosh. It does. It looks beautiful. And I just, again, I said I would probably live there if I had my choice of anywhere to live would be in the UK, just because of the history and stuff and the castle.
Beautiful, beautiful
and,
places.
Oh, it is. The countryside, the cities. I love it. I can't say enough about it. So this will be the closest thing for me now to get to experience it. Is to get to fly it in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, I mean, I love that they're doing these updates and adding more locations and stuff, because that's where this game, to me, really shines, is, you know, being able to explore locations and flying over places like this and stuff. You know, and I haven't played this game a whole lot yet. I played it a little bit when it first came out, and I haven't got to really deep dive into this game yet, which I would like to do, and we still need to do with some multiplayer and stuff like that. So I think there's still, you know, a lot of potential. I know Paradise Decay has got this running pretty good with some specs and stuff that he's used. I know he's super into it. So I definitely high hopes for this game. And I think it's going to continue to keep getting better and better. And they're going to optimize it, and it's going to get easier to run.
They will.
And,
it will. And as time goes on, you know, everyone's going to get better GPUs and stuff, better PC, CPU. So it'll get easier, as has all their games. All their games are like max spec when they come out, you know. Right. So I understand it, because it is you look at the roadmap and they're like, well, we're coming out with helicopter update in 2022. And like, they push these things years, not just, months. So it is, but I really wanted to play it perfect in VR, man. I just, till I can do that, I won't be fully satisfied probably.
Right.
But it's too bad. 40 frames. I play locked at 40 frames, Reckoner says. Woo. Jeez. Yeah, I know, man. And it's not bad. I think I was running it at like 45 or something like that. And it wasn't bad. It didn't bother me as much as I would think. Because you have your cabin that's not moving, unless you're moving your head quickly, but you're not normally doing that. And stuff so far away moves slowly unless you get real close to stuff. That it's not the end of the world, but it's interesting.
It definitely needs some improvement, but hopefully it'll get there.
But... Person said Paradise Decay thinks 3 frames per second is good. Oh, man, I don't know. 3 frames a second? Yeah, 1 frame a second, right? Well, anything 40 to 45 still to me is probably the limit. Half a 90 I'm okay with. If at 45 I'm okay at that. But
yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, man, it is. It's a little down there, but. Yeah, super excited for it. I really do want to jump back into it. I haven't played in a while, and I don't think you have either. Have you?
Nope,
I've played a little Assetto and stuff here lately too, and I just freaking love that game, man. Arthur Knox, cheers, man.
Thank you. He said, "Hey, putting you on the spot, if you could play a fighting game like MK in VR, which one would you want to be made?" MK.
Oh, like classic Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat.
Oh man, a classic fighting game. Gosh, Mortal Kombat is like so classic, but
how would you do that? I mean, how would you? Because if you were using physical movements, that would be crazy.
Well, and I think to me, and I think we talked about this probably a year or two ago at this point. With games like that, I feel like you need that, flat and then in it aspect, like. You would be playing it flat, and all of a sudden you would go into like a final move or something. You go into the body and have to do it yourself, like Creed style or something. You know what I mean? I think that is the coolest concept for like remaking vintage games. Myself, combat, I mean, it wouldn't be as combat, but I would love to see, because just my childhood, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. That would be like amazing with the different weapons and stuff.
I love the Turtles, man. That was like my favorite.
Yeah, like.
Those 90s movies?
It's not like true fighting, it's more side scroll.
Yes, it is.
Well, I know, but I mean, that would be freaking amazing, though. Oh,
man, those 90s movies, though, where they did like the actual Turtles, those were the best movies ever. I think I have all 3 of them. The third one where they went to China
right.
was like, but the first two were such good movies. I've watched those so many times. I love the Ninja Turtles. I will not deny that.
Yeah,
But,
I know. Ninja Turtles would be amazing. That would be a good one.
Talking
I don't
about
know.
fighting stuff, though. Talking about fighting stuff. I've been wanting to show these for a little while, and I've just, been down and out. But so these are from Deadeye VR, and these are actual boxing gloves that you mount your controllers into. And the cool thing about these is that they strap all the way around, and your thumb actually goes through the hole, so you still have access to your buttons and stuff like that, and you can still hold on to your controller as you're playing, so you don't, if there was no connection to your controller, you'd kind of feel like it was going to fly out, but you are holding on to it, and it's pretty cool. So the main thing that got me excited about these was Thrill of the Fight 2, and that was what was like, man, I can't wait to try that out. But I played it a little bit in Thrill of the Fight when I first got them before I got sick, and it's a really cool feeling because you have the feeling of boxing gloves on your hands as you're boxing, which is a cool feeling. I mean, it's something a little different, but it's kind of neat, and I kind of enjoy it. So Farquhal,
awesome.
Farqual 1.
Cheers.
Doing the level up, the little level up
animation. That's the perfect emoji for that, too.
Yeah, it is.
Literally.
That and a $10 super chat. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, man. Cheers,
awesome.
Man. Yeah, dude. Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the best investment if you like Creed or, boxing games, anything in general, right? Only I say Creed because I had somebody over here playing it that just got a headset and brought it over to show me. And I showed him the demo of Creed. And everybody that tries it, I swear, is going to punch through my walls.
Right.
So this would be the best thing to keep people from punching a desk, a chair, a wall, a door, anything.
Just like Fluke
know
Hoagie
how much
said,
that happens.
He said, well, I guess it's padding for when someone walks into your play space, which it is. I would much rather get punched, by that than a raw hand with a controller in it. You know what I mean? So because there is padding. I mean, it's like a legit, boxing glove. It has the wrist strap and everything. And it's pretty neat. You still have access to the buttons for the menus and stuff, but once you're in a boxing game, you don't really need any of the buttons. You're just swinging, So it does kind of give you more of that connection of having something on your hand. I really think it'd be kind of cool and it would be hard. It would have to be made for it, but how you have those boxing dummies. Like if you could match it up like in like Richie's plank experience to where you're actually punching something like that and getting that connection, it'd be hard to do. It'd be really weird, but man, that would be pretty cool stuff to be able to do something like that. But this company is Deadeye VR. I think the link is in the description. And they've sent me some stuff, some teaser stuff that they're working on that I don't know that I'm allowed to talk about yet. But they have some really, really cool ideas and stuff that they're working on that they're going to be coming out with that has me pretty excited. And some of it I haven't seen other people do before. So I definitely keep an eye on this company. Go to the website. Just keep an eye out for some of the stuff they're working on. I don't know when that stuff has, planned to get released, but this was just one of those things that caught my eye that I was like, this is kind of cool. I want to try this because I am a big fan of Thrill of the Fight. And as I'm getting better and getting over my sickness, I got to get active again so that, a workout VR routine is going to be something that's going to help me get back in shape.
Speaking of that, Rocket Marketing in chat makes a really good point. I'd buy them if they were weighted. That would be really cool if you could add weight inserts to the end of them.
I'm sure
like
you
a
could.
1, a 3, a 5, a 10. A 10 might be much, but that would be awesome to have some weightedness to it. That would be great for workouts. Man.
Yeah, I'm sure that you could add some custom weights. My wife has done box VR with like wrist weight straps. You could add
I was just going to say
some wrist weight straps to these, but I'm sure there is room that you could add some weights to them. Maybe you have to get a little bit creative and stuff like that, but I'm sure it could be done. And I think that would be pretty cool.
Cut a little zipper or something or Velcro, you know what I mean? Into the inside. Yeah. The only thing that I see could be an issue, and only because when I go way too hard in Pop 1, I clip my hands, my controller sometimes on the Quest 2. The impact of that sends your controller reference far, past where it actually is because it sees an impact. So I wonder if there's any kinds of issues, if you're actually punching something that would be caused by that. I'd be curious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never done it.
Not sure.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I think it's a cool idea. And like I said, they got some really, really cool stuff that they're working on that hopefully we'll get to try out and that I'm excited to test. And I can't wait to play with these some more because I haven't got a ton of time to play with these because of being sick and stuff. But Thrill of the Fight, Box VR, Creed, Rise to Glory, any of those kind of games.
Thrill of the Fight. Yeah,
it really feels like you're doing something. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like you're just swinging your hands in a controller. It does give you that little bit more one-to-one. And I think the weighting idea is a really good idea too. Throw some weights in them and get a little bit better workout. So pretty cool. I just wanted to mention them. I've been wanting to talk about them for a while and haven't yet. So
the workout stuff that's coming out is great. I really do love it, especially like where I'm at in Ohio, especially, you get long winters.
Yeah.
So you are really trapped inside. So for people that like to get out and do something different, especially people trapped at home for like quarantine purposes or, work in general and don't leave their house, it's great. I love it. And the more of it, the better it all gets, man. It's cool.
Yeah. So Pure Awaken said, I know you guys are busy, but I want to ask again, any love for the treadmills, foot tracking stuff yet? I really need it. And I wonder if you missed our show. What was that SideQuest game where you could actually run on the treadmill, like run through the wilderness and stuff?
Yeah.
Happy
Run. No. It's I always forget the freaking name of it. Why do I always do
call
this?
It Happy Feet, I think last time.
I did. Don't say that.
Oh,
now it's in my head. It's everyone will say it again in chat. It was Run. It was something Run. Yeah, somebody will pull it. But yeah, that was great. Again, it's no feet tracking. I think if they could pick up the impacts a little bit better through the headset, it might be a little more one-to-one, but I think that could be in the works.
Yeah,
Tony
so
Digital.
check that out. Yeah.
Cheers, man.
He said, I got on this episode late, but I'm glad to see you back, even though I know you don't feel well. I appreciate you doing this for the viewers. So much love. Thank you for that super chat. And I miss you all.
I highly recommend watching the beginning too, Tony, because he explained kind of what's going on with him and where he's been and what's going on. But
hopefully from here on out, it's the road up. That's what I'm hoping.
Yep.
I can't take much more of the down road.
There we go.
Yeah, happy run. Okay, yeah, check that out.
It's a mix between Happy Feet and Run.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man. I love it. PD did a video on it too. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. I think they just need to pick up a little bit better reference, and it would be spot on, man. And some different worlds, and it's super cool.
But they're working on it. And if you want to do something on a treadmill in VR, I think that's the way to do it right now. That's probably the way to go. So I think that's pretty cool. Check that out.
So Risky Business said, played Happy Run, not sure why it's not on Rails. Runner constantly went off path. Yeah. So you have to hold, if you're doing the free run thing, you have to hold, I think, A or grip, and your head, I forget. I don't even remember. Your head references where you go, but you have to hold that to look. But what you can do is you can go into treadmill mode in the options, and then it is on Rails. And I highly recommend doing it that way. Way better. But yeah, it's very new, and they're still just trying to work it all out. And but yeah, that is a way to fix that, and it will be on Rails then at that point. But
yeah, pretty cool though. The technology is growing. So
do
you want to get into some of the Quest updates and App Lab games? Talk about how they're doing some things now, because we talked about App Lab stuff, and I figured it was coming pretty soon, and it did. It came recently. So
now I guess my big thing with it is, do you think this will be the death of SideQuest? We've talked about it before, and now seeing like the games we're getting to it and how exactly they're doing it, do you think it's going to kill off SideQuest?
I don't know. It's a tough question because it's still going to be easier to get onto SideQuest. There's still a process to get onto the App Lab stuff. It still takes a little while to get the game on there, even though it's not as curated and stuff. So I definitely think there is still a big market for SideQuest. I think this could potentially hurt SideQuest some because, we did polls before in the past, and there's a large number of people that have quests that don't want to mess with SideQuest. So with this App Lab, this is a complete workaround to get to play some of these games that have been out for a while or, testing or whatever. And it's, it's a way around it, and it's very easy, but it's difficult at the same time because there's no way to go to the App Store and look at App Lab games. Basically, the only way.
You still are removed,
Yeah. So people that don't watch shows like this, people that aren't into VR as much as I am, my sister and her family has a Quest. I'm sure they have no idea about this, unless I tell them. And really the only way right now, the way I've been doing it, is I go onto my phone. You have to know what games are on there. You have to search that game specifically, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there'll be a little thing that says unsupported game or whatever. Then you can click on that, and you can direct download it just like you would anything else. You click download, then you go into your headset, and it's on there. Which is cool, and I think that's awesome, and it's easier. I mean, I've even downloaded stuff that I've been wanting to play on SideQuest, but never wanted to take the time to turn on the PC and switch it over, even though it's not hard. So I think it's an excellent opportunity. I think it's good for the devs. I do wish they would just do a section of the App Store, that says unsupported preview section. Click on it. Let me scroll through all of them to see, instead of having to do this weird workaround thing.
Even if it was like you had to be on the beta branch or something, or I mean, if you don't want it to be native for people to just go get because they're not what you think is right for your store, at least give them the option to turn it on or, enable it or unhide it or whatever. But yeah, I think it's a hurdle. The only benefit I see is you don't have to own a PC. You still don't have to own a PC to transfer anything. And most people have a PC though nowadays. And, the question I see with a lot of people buying Quest 2s now, they think they have to have like a VR PC to use SideQuest.
Right.
And that's not the case. SideQuest is literally just a place to download something and transfer it to your headset. That's all it is.
Right.
And I think people are mistaken by that. And you don't need any special cable or anything. You're just transferring stuff onto the headset. But it is, an extra step, I guess you can call it. I don't know. It's just as easy in my opinion. I mean, how many times you plug in your headset to charge it? What's the difference?
Yeah. I mean, it is, but it's that hurdle. I mean, it is easier. It's easier to just go on my phone and be like, oh, I want to try that. Click install. Next time I put my headset on, I install it on the headset. It's right there. Like, it is easier. And I just...
Yeah, but doesn't SideQuest have that wireless beta feature where you can transfer stuff onto it wirelessly anyways?
Probably. I've never done that. I've always just plugged it in to do SideQuest. It's not hard, but it is just an extra hurdle that sometimes I'm like, oh man, I want to play that, but I just never get around to it because I never hook it up. And looking at some of the games that have made it on the App Lab stuff, the developers seem to be having a pretty good turnaround. They seem to be having a decent amount of downloads and they seem excited about that and stuff. Yeah. And it's just hard because there's going to be so many people that have no idea how to do this, no idea how to access any of this stuff. They'll never see it on the store, unless they put some kind of special section in there or something. So I think it's a very weird kind of almost shady way of doing it. I think it can be done better. Hopefully that'll change as they see that this is going to be successful and that people want this, they want to try other things. And so,
yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really excite me that much. I would still rather go to SideQuest myself. And I guess asking that in the poll, I asked, will App Lab kill SideQuest? 63% said no.
Yeah.
So I agree. I don't think it's going to either. I think SideQuest still serves the best purpose for developers to get test stuff out there, make more money.
Yeah, because Oculus is still taking a big cut. If they put this on the App Lab and they charge for it, which they can, Oculus is still taking a big cut of every one of those sales. Even though they're not putting it on their storefront for people to see it and buy it, they still are taking a cut of the money. So it's like... Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely different, but I don't think SideQuest is going anywhere. I think SideQuest is a great platform, especially for the people that get over the hurdle of just not wanting to use it or being scared to do something like that. It's super easy. I think we're still going to see games come to SideQuest first before we see them come to App Labs, so they're going to be available there first.
Great example. Hyperdash, right? Was a hit, is huge, is excellent game on SideQuest, has been on SideQuest. It is now coming officially to Oculus.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Oculus approved that game because it's done so well on SideQuest?
I'm sure
if that game got introduced to them without being out there, we know how Oculus is. We know what happens with their approval process. We hear it. So we know it's a tough thing to get through. So do you think that game would have gone through by itself without being on SideQuest first?
Probably not. I'm sure they probably tried. I'm sure they probably tried to get it on there first. But, it's seeing how well it's done on SideQuest and the reviews and stuff like that. I mean, people talk highly about the game. I'm sure that has an impact. I'm sure Oculus pays attention to all of that stuff. So
sure they do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. And I think Guy Godin is in here. And we actually have a virtual desktop Oculus key to give away that this is a gift code that we purchased. So you'll have to redeem this through Redeem Gift on the Oculus app. So good to see him here. So yeah, I think there's always going to be a place for SideQuest and stuff like that, especially until Oculus does away with the super curated stuff, which I don't know if that's ever going to go away. I don't know what that looks like, but yeah, I do want to see them make it easier. Just give me a little tab somewhere that shows me everything that's on there, shows me new stuff that comes on. Don't make me jump through hurdles to search for it, but it is easy to do. I mean, once you find it, you can click it. It's on your headset pretty much. So it's I'm glad they finally did it. I think they need to improve it, but at least it's there and at least it's something. So
Yep. Carl Parker said most people have a PC these days. Question: no one has a PC anymore. Yeah, but you don't have to have a PC to even do things like that. I mean, you can figure out. There's ways to do it. You can buy cable adapters and stuff, even to do it with, tablets and stuff. I mean, somebody has a PC that it's a transfer thing. I mean, don't you have to have a PC? I guess maybe not. I guess some people
with a smartphone and stuff like that. I guess you don't really need PCs anymore, but you also can do through SideQuest, the App Lab stuff. If you go into SideQuest, there's actually a section in SideQuest that says App Lab, and that'll actually break down the stuff that is available through the App Lab. Yep. So I just show you doing that here, but that is another way to do it. You can get all these games still from SideQuest if you want to go that route instead of the I
highly recommend supporting SideQuest, man.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Me too. Yeah.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, Arthur Knox.
Yeah.
Cheers, man. Again, jeez, man. All right. So he says, what do you think it would take to get a GTA made for VR type game on Quest 2 or OG? So Sean and I actually talked about this morning. DriveBy is still in the works from Raptor Labs, right? So it's still in the works is a good way of putting it.
It's still in early beta.
It is.
Not coming to Quest, but it's
not coming to Quest.
PC
but that's
VR.
The closest thing I think we could get to something like that. To have something like that running on the Quest, wow. That would be a tough feat, I would think. But I'm not saying it's not possible. The only thing that would keep me hopeful is, okay, so like Wild Ox, they're working on, Jason is working on like drop-in, right? So the worlds inside of drop-in, he says, are definitely playable on the Quest. He said he runs that on like a 1050 GPU, I think. So if something like that would be the closest thing I could think of coming to, like open world, maybe, vehicles in it, stuff like that.
With the rate of success that Quest 2 has seen, it's definitely going to attract the attention of some big game developers, big companies. We're going to see them start coming over within these next couple years. We've talked about Quest 3 is already in the works. When that's going to be, probably a little while, but we're gonna see more and more big name titles making it into the Quest and stuff, just because of the sales numbers and the people that are finally getting excited about VR, and it is going to happen. And we also
someone's gonna do it.
We also had another super chat from Wolf Raza. I said, still on mute for family here in spirit. Happy Sean is in here, so happy to see you. Thank you for that super chat. We really do appreciate it. So
cheers, man.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man? You feeling good?
I feel okay. I feel about 50-60%, I'd say.
Sure. I get it. I know.
Yeah. But let's see what else we got. You want to talk a little bit about Population 1 and some upcoming stuff.
Yeah, man. I see J Ham in here, who we play Population 1 with too. He was laughing at Drive-By. Yeah, until we see something real, I'm laughing too, probably.
I've been in it. It needs some work. But
I know.
Hopefully they get
it does. It does. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. Population 1. So we have their latest update, which you actually got to play, man. Their latest update, the night awesome.
Maps, those are cool.
Yeah, and it's Darkest Days, which is Darkest Days, their
I
newest
think that
one.
ends Sunday too. I think that ends tomorrow.
Yeah, it does. I think you're right. I was thinking it had 2 days left, but that probably is. So it does look good. It's not super nighttime like I would hope for. It's dark-ish. You can still kind of see more than I would like to, but the street lights are cool. The lights on all the buildings and stuff. It's awesome. Looks great. But yeah, and we're seeing some future updates coming here too. And we've got some of these images that come out. And it has been confirmed there are knives. So we really don't know how it's going to play out. Where and how you get knives and who has them. We don't know. I'm really wanting to see. Maybe it's only bots, or I'm hoping it's in game. I really hope we get to see it.
In the
battle
melee
royale.
attack is cool. Nothing wrong with the melee attack. I think it's gonna be difficult because you can hear footsteps, pretty well, and stuff. You hear people coming up on you. I think it's gonna be a tough thing to do, but there's plenty of people that pull off knife kills like crazy in a lot of games. So.
Right. I mean, I get close enough because what was it? I think one of the last times I was playing. I was so close that I thought my Socko was almost inside of the person when I shot, and that's why I didn't hit him, and I wasn't sure. So there are points where you do get close. Now, do I think it's going to take one of my weapon slots? Man, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it for me to think to get that close, but I'd
Yeah,
love to see
probably
how it
not
plays
for me,
out.
but
Right.
I mean, you can do like a flying knife attack down on somebody. That'd be kind of cool if they didn't see
Right.
you coming.
Right.
VR Spry guy said I call this the Scion VR update, which if you don't know
Yeah.
Scion, he's a knife killer in a lot of games like
Oh
Contractors and
man,
stuff. He's
yeah.
always trying to get you in
Oh,
the back. So yeah, that makes
keep
sense.
me away
but,
from him if he's playing with a knife. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's practiced way too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, this does look cool.
This
Yeah,
is
I
the
think
other
you
one.
have the other picture. Yeah, with the LMGs and stuff. Oh man, yeah. This looks awesome.
Doesn't even
and
look like. I mean, this looks like some Halo type stuff or something with that armor. Like, what's up with all that
So
armor? And,
is this gonna be like a skin? Like, is this
don't
an
know.
actual player skin and we're gonna get to use this gun? Is it a boss style? I don't know, and we don't really know anything past.
I mean, they're talking about
JM
adding the LMG, so I mean, we should be able to use LMGs.
Right. I don't know, man. I just think this looks amazing. The spray on this, I hope the spray is wide on this thing. I hope we really get to see some diversity in guns, and I'm glad to see him adding it. I said stuff like rocket launchers. Like, how cool would that be to have like some crazy like one gun in a match type thing? And I'd love to see that of this too, or some rarity to it. Like it only be in drops. And not just everybody being able to pick it up. So
yeah, depending on how powerful and stuff it is, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, put it on top of the tower. Just drop one on the tower, so if somebody's climbing to get it, you can pick them off the whole way up. Something interesting, but yeah. And some of the other stuff is like the 9 versus 9, right? So the war mode. I don't know if I'm partial to it. I see some people talking about it even in chat. Too many people talking. That's kind of the issue I think I have with it. I don't know. I feel like it should almost be like a push to talk kind of thing, like we see in Contractors. It's a little cluttered. It's a little bit too much yelling and people wanting to do certain things. And I think they start too close. I think they need to start opposite on the maps, where right now it's pretty close, unless that does change. But I'm not real taken by the war mode unless we get some changes. And yeah, we don't know if that's staying either. I mean, could be temporary. It could go away too here in the next couple of days, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. I think it's diversity in the game. I think it's great. I think why get rid of it.
And they usually do a lot of updates, every week. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if this is coming this week or what we get this week or what exactly goes on with that. But,
GM in chat said in the trailer they had a knife icon in the ping menu. Not sure if that was a spray paint or the actual knife slot. Yeah, so maybe we are getting a knife slot even too.
I don't know.
Maybe everybody gets a knife and it doesn't take up a slot.
Maybe.
That'd
be cool.
That'd be fun. That'd be cool. Good way of doing it, actually.
Yeah. And I did throw up here Fallout VR. This is a Steam code, which if you've never played Fallout in VR, it's a whole new experience.
The opening part in that game is unfreaking believable. Like the first 45 minutes or hour of that game, and I go back to it. It wasn't designed from the ground up for VR, but the implementation of it is great. And it's a super cool game, and I highly recommend everybody picking it up if they're looking for something to play, because tons of gameplay. The gun handling isn't as much of what we see nowadays in games.
Yeah, and some of the menus can be a little bit weird, but
right.
But for the most part, it's a game you can get lost in and spend a lot of time in VR for sure.
Yep, VR Spry guy, I like that one, the Fallout. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool game, but highly recommend it. But yeah, the Pop 1 stuff, it's really, really, really cool. I guess my thing, and we kind of talked about it, when you played, Sean, the other day with me and Jay, was I would love to see some competitive stuff introduced next to Population 1, like a true night mode, like dark, and maybe get some flashlights in there, like real darkness. You know what I mean? Like
flares, stuff like that.
Yeah, where you're listening to people and, you see gunfire and tracer rounds and stuff like that. Like, cool. That kind of stuff would just be so incredible. To actually hunt people down in the darkness would just be, the be all end all for me, man. You couldn't pull me out of there.
Yeah.
I'd love it, but yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I did want to mention, I got me in a new accessory for my Quest.
What'd you get?
The rear padding. VR cover, rear padding.
Yep.
I ordered this actually right away because I knew they were probably going to sell out fast. I don't know if they're available now. And I've just got to play with it a little bit. And with the Elite strap, I've actually heard a lot of people say that they don't like it because the rear rubber kind of cuts into their head a little bit and it's uncomfortable. I never had that issue, but
Me
I'll
neither.
tell you what. This is a freaking pillow on your head with the front VR cover and the rear VR cover padding. I mean, it literally feels like you're wearing a pillow. I like I said, I haven't used it a ton yet, but just putting this thing on a couple times and playing with it, I'm like, oh my goodness, like I absolutely love it. And I don't remember how much it is. And I don't, $20 or something like that.
I think so, 19.
Yeah, but I mean, it's some thick padding. Like it feels really nice on your head. The first time you put it on, you're like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like this is nice. So if you've had issues with your Elite strap where you didn't like the comfort in the back, that should take care
head
of
hugs.
It feels like it.
It
feels like it. That's what it feels like, honestly. I mean, it's a very, very. I mean, I've loved the Elite strap anyways. I know everybody's partial to something different. The Elite strap is what I run all the time. I love the Elite strap, and that's just made it even more comfortable than I ever thought it could be. Like, it's so good. I love it. It's just so
Ari
good.
in chat said how heavy it's all together. Like, how heavy is everything? I forget what the weight is. We weighed it with the Elite battery strap a long time ago, but the padding doesn't really add. But
no, the padding weighs pretty much nothing.
20 grams.
And the headphones that I have on there too, the engineered AF headphones are very light too. So I mean, it's still, the Quest isn't the lightest headset out there anyways. We all know that. You know, that does add to some discomfort because it's not a super light headset, but it's not crazy heavy. And to me, with the VR cover front and rear and Elite strap, it's so comfortable. So I can already wear for hours. But
it's funny because it brings up, everyone always says something too about, you know, the price of the Quest 2 headset going up by buying all these accessories and stuff, and comparing it to, like, you know, an Index and having $1,000 or $700 in this headset. And yes, it can be. But the nice part is it's an introductory price. You can start at a cheap price and you can rock that forever. So it's only your choice then if you want to customize it and make it your own and address the issues that bother you with it. And I think that's the nice part of it, you know, is the customization. I mean, I rock these headphones when I play. You rock the engineered AF ones. A lot of people use it stock and have no problems with it and like to hear the outside world. So, I mean, it's kind of to each his own, and it gives you the opportunity to customize it. So I think it's, you know, it's give or take. Everyone's got, you know, their own preference with stuff like that.
For me, I love accessories anyways. So I'm going to buy probably all the accessories that are out there anyways, because I like trying different stuff and seeing what works and what doesn't work. But
me too.
I love that rear cover. That was
that's actually awesome. That's the only way I used to rock my the OG Quest was with the VR cover rear padding.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Night and day different.
Yeah, that's how my wife's was. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
it is so good.
Before we lose track of it, we need to talk about Apple headset a little bit.
Yes, we do, because I am 100% not excited. I'm not, man. I'm not. And I talked about it a little. I dabbled into it a little bit last week, but I'm just not pumped about an Apple VR product. And now with all the prices and everything, and 12 cameras supposedly for tracking and all this crap, it's not necessary. Look at the tracking we have with Oculus with 4 cameras. What do we need 12 for? Why do we need 8K panels? Don't get me wrong. It'd be amazing.
Dual 8K panels is what they're saying. Exactly. How are you going to run this thing?
Right, that's the point. And there's no reason for all this stuff, truthfully. Why come out with such a high-end product on a limited market? I mean, is it just for test purposes? They don't do that. Apple releases, unless it's their PC stuff, they don't really release stuff that way. They release mass market stuff. So I still am not sold on a lot of these things we're hearing. I'm really not.
I don't know. D Toodles, thank you for that super chat. He said, just tuning in. Welcome back, man. Glad to see you. So I'm glad to be here. I really am. I'm really glad to be here.
He's on the struggle bus, but he's here, man.
I am. I'm doing my best. But I mean, they're talking dual 8K panels, talking about a $3,000 price tag. I mean, if anything that we've seen over this past year or two is that the high-end VR market is tough. The low cost of entry stuff like the Quest is what obviously people want because that is what is selling like crazy. So to come out with this headset that they're talking $3,000, you know, it's hard to get excited about that because I don't want to spend $3,000.
You know what you get for that $3,000 Apple product? You get to use only the Apple apps. You only their stuff, which is going to be garbage in the beginning. Like, probably. Come on, what are you going to do? Walk around Apple Maps and stuff? Like, I mean,
I don't know. This is just, I mean, they're talking about releasing this in 2022. I
Right.
mean, we could have a lot of things by 2022. I don't know.
We
Like,
are.
if they do actually launch this product, I think that it maybe does a little bit of justification for VR as a whole, that even Apple would release something in the VR space
Right.
that a lot of people have said for years VR is dead and all of this other stuff. So I don't know that it'll be necessarily a bad thing. I think that it'll get a lot of buzz from high end consumers,
Right.
die-hard Apple people. But again, you're going to look at the sales numbers of these things, and I can't imagine they're going to be anything crazy high. So again, that's going to
Yeah.
give people, chattering on the side saying, oh, this was a flop, you know what I mean? And yeah,
Right.
I don't know what this will do for the overall market. I really don't. I don't know if this is going to be a good thing, a bad thing.
I don't think it's any competition. I don't think it's anything that even piques my interest almost. And there is none. I mean, we're going to have another Quest in the time that this is even, we get probably official information on this thing.
Yeah, I mean,
So
probably 2022, we potentially have a Quest 3. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen this year, but I think there's a good chance it happens
I don't
next
know,
year.
man.
I mean,
It
if you
might
look at
happen.
it could, but I'm not looking for that to happen.
Supposedly, I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Supposedly it's in the works, but
It
I
is,
just
but I mean, it's going to be in the works. I mean, they never stop working on the next
no.
thing, anyways. Oculus
But
doesn't. So
we didn't think we'd see another one inside of a year and a half as it was. So
right.
I mean, I don't know. They may shock us. They may keep pushing the boundaries. I mean, we see phone releases inside of that. I mean, essentially, this is a phone, and the technology is moving with the mobile processor market. On a Quest, not the Apple product, but I think we might see. What if we saw yearly headset updates?
I mean, if
Facebook?
I can get a brand new
You know?
Quest every year for $300,
Done.
I'm down.
Done.
Like, I mean,
Done.
it's $300. I can't get a phone for $300. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like,
Nope.
so if they release a new headset every year for $300, I'm totally down. I just wonder
Yeah.
how much of an improvement is that going to be year over year? You know what I mean? Like, is there some years where you just skip it and wait for the next one? You know what I mean? Like that's what it's going to be interesting.
But that's
to
what
me.
happens with phones, and that's everyone's choice. You know what I mean? If there isn't anything on it, like, okay, we get better panels and a better processor. Am I going to get it? Probably not. I mean, if it doesn't have wireless or a wider field of view, I'm not going to probably get it because I love my Quest 2. So I don't know, man. I don't know. The Apple stuff, though, I just feel like isn't even on the radar of anybody probably watching the show or in the market for VR stuff right now.
I mean, if you look
Is
at
it
some
cool
of
to
the-
watch? I think it is.
Yeah,
But
if you look at some of the chat, Rock the Falcon said, make it $3,000, add a payment plan, Apple branding, people will buy it. But should they? Question mark. That's kind of my thought.
right.
Chris Benson said, if standalone 8K, then $3,000, some Apple crazy people will buy it for sure. So if they could do a standalone 8K headset like that, if it could be standalone and powered by itself, which I don't know how they would do that without high resolution panels, then that would pique my interest a little bit more. The thought of having to hook this up to something for $3,000 and have a crazy powerful PC to run it or whatever, Apple computer, whatever they want to do with it. If they can standalone market is where it's at. I mean, for right now, that's what we're seeing with Quest, and that would pique my interest a little bit more if they could somehow pull off a standalone unit. Still $3,000. I'm not spending $3,000 on a headset when I can. I mean, I got a Valve Index, Reverb G2, a Quest 2. They all are great, and I love them for different reasons, but they're a fraction of that price,
Yep. And probably better perform. I mean, when these come out, it's going to be their first, endeavor into VR. I mean, yes, they go through rigorous testing and blah, blah, blah. Apple does behind the scenes, but I'm out, man.
And I'm sure it's going to do some good AR stuff too. I'm sure that may be where it impresses more than some of the other stuff. And I think I truly think Quest 3 is going to have much better AR capabilities than the Quest 2. I think it's going to have
color pass-through.
Yeah, high definition color pass-through. I think that's probably where, in my opinion, some of the focus is going to go on Quest 3, because I know they want to go that route anyways. And with the Quest 2, we still have the black and white cameras, so it's kind of limited, not high resolution. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but not strapping that basket of fruit to my face.
I'm kind of with Fluke. He said, I'm not exactly interested in buying an Apple HMD, but I'm glad to see them entering the market. So
absolutely, competition's good.
Yeah,
always,
the more people we can get entering, and
Yep.
a big name company like Apple, if they can actually do something with this and make an impact in VR, I'm all about it. And if they want to send us one, I would love to try it, but I'm probably not paying $3,000 for one of these things.
Nope.
But
Yeah, Rudell says the foveated rendering. Yeah, they have been talking about
and it is
foveated rendering and
yeah,
stuff
it's
with
supposed to be doing foveated rendering, which I still think that's the future of super high resolution VR. That's not going to be as hard to run. I still think I'm surprised foveated rendering has taken this long to really. I mean, we still don't really have any true consumer grade VR headsets that run true foveated rendering. I think that's still the future. I'm still surprised we haven't seen more of it, but maybe that'll be another thing with Quest 3, you know, true foveated rendering that they're running. Maybe they're going to be running dual 8K panels with foveated rendering on a Quest 3. You know what I mean? It's possible.
Right. True. So. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So my question to chat was, who wants an Apple headset? 30% said yes, and 70% said no. So, yeah, I'm actually surprised even 30%. Truthfully, I mean, could a cheaper one be, you know, a more viable option? Sure. If it was cheaper, would I try it? Yes, but not at that freaking price range, man. It's crazy.
Me neither.
But yeah. Yep. Ooh, good game, man. Good game to give out there.
Game. Yeah. My wife plays this with her nephew a lot. I play with them. It's a ton of fun. Love Walkabout Mini Golf. Really
talk
cool
about
game,
the night scenes in this. Like I was talking about Pop 1. I love the night lighting and stuff of the courses and stuff of this and finding all the balls and stuff. Best game to casually play with somebody, especially somebody you know that gets a headset. If somebody gets a headset, play this with them. It's awesome.
It's a great multiplayer game. It really is. It's it's a ton of fun. I love the game. So that is an Oculus code. You will have to redeem that through Redeem Gift. If you don't know.
Somebody probably already did, man.
Somebody probably already got it.
Waiting. Yeah, exactly. They're fast on them fingers on the app. It's crazy.
Yep. The VR Spry guy said, I'm waiting for Walkabout to come to Steam. It is supposed to be coming to Steam. I did see that upcoming, but yeah. So.
Meat Vision. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What was the something else I wanted to talk about too? What was it?
I don't know.
Forget. Damn. I know we aren't going to go too much longer because I don't want to drag you out because I know you don't feel good.
And I know the Super Bowl, you're able to watch Super Bowl in VR through Big Screen. They're actually going to be hosting free sessions to watch the Super Bowl in Big Screen tomorrow. So I'm not a huge football guy. Yeah, I'm not. I don't even know if I'll watch the Super Bowl, to tell you the truth. But I know there's a lot of big fans of the Super Bowl, and I think it's cool that Big Screen is doing that. There's probably some other ways to watch it as well, but I know Big Screen's going to be free. It'll be out there if you want to hop into that. Kind of cool. So.
I'm a big football fan, but it's the wrong shape. Wrong shape of football for me, man.
You like the round one?
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't real football, man.
Yeah.
Sorry. But that's me. No, I know a lot of people do like it. And I remember, I think, man, this has been a long time ago, but even on the CV1, I remember watching it. So my cable provider actually allows you to stream your cable onto the PC. And then I would just do like the virtual desktop onto it, make it full screen and blow it up to the size you want.
Yeah.
It's a great way to easily do it too. Stuff like that.
I mean, it'd be cool to get in with some friends and stuff and watch,
would be cool,
since there's probably not going to be many Super Bowl parties going on this year. So be a cool way to just hang out with friends and watch Super Bowl. So I think that's
absolutely
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Reckoner says love Walkabout. You can't not like Walkabout, man.
Great.
You can't go into Walkabout and be like, I hate mini golf.
Yeah.
Like, mini golf sucks. Like, mini golf's fun. Like, come on, like dates, like take your girl out, play mini golf, or go with a bunch of friends and stuff and get ice cream. Like, who doesn't play mini golf? Come on, man.
Mini golf's a great pastime.
And again, I highly recommend, if you have a 3D printer, print out the adapter. I have it sitting back here behind me. But super cool to use inside of that. It's awesome.
Yeah, I did see that a gaming science teacher mentioned about tilt brush. And I haven't done this, but they did come out with they're calling it multi-brush, which is a multiplayer version of tilt brush for the Oculus Quest, which is really cool because you get in there with other people and you can actually paint things. And I'm not very artistic, but for me, the cool part would be to go in there with people that are super skilled and actually watch them design something. That to me is the coolest part about that. Like, I mean, there's some people that are just ridiculously skilled and stuff like that. That just make some amazing pictures. So that's, to me, is the really cool part. And if you maybe some collaborations between some of those people that are really talented, they get in there and do something even bigger and better when they work together.
I still wish we had video of Altspace back in the day, man. When we had that guy who was the one of the artistic guys for I forget what company, but he was doing stuff, and we had an audience of like 10.
He was just drawing on one of the easel things in there. And,
He probably doesn't even know who we are now, but
Probably
I would love
not.
to talk to him again, man. That was amazing. Yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah.
Chris in chat says my wife doesn't like gaming, but she will tap me on the shoulder and ask me to play Walkabout with me. Yeah, my wife loves it too. It's the one game she really likes too, and she's not a gamer by any means, but she does like that. She's like, yeah, we can play mini golf for an hour or so.
Yeah, I mean, it's a ton of fun. I mean, it's a great, easy pick up, play game that you can hone in on your skills. You get a little better as you play, and it's just fun. It's just fun.
Funky Deep says I want Bob Ross in multi-brush.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That would be. Oh, I just saw a picture. I have it on my phone. I took of him. It was pretty funny, but I'm not gonna say that.
My nephew used to like Bob Ross a lot. I bought him some Bob Ross socks for Christmas and stuff before. It was really funny.
Stop it! I know really cool. Stock stuff that's out there is amazing, but yep. I was trying to think if there's anything else good for the week coming out. Anything you're going to be playing? Maybe. Would you want to play anything? I know,
hope,
like, right.
Yeah, I hope. I'm hoping to play as much as I possibly can this coming week. I've been out of work. I haven't been able to work. Hopefully this next week will be the final push of everything getting better and me getting back into work pretty soon because it's been too long. And we'll see. Yep. I mean, I do want to play. My energy level has been 0, but I gotta get moving and get some, I've been eating a little bit of food, trying to build that back up. So hopefully the movement of some VR and some, mini workouts and stuff, hopefully I can get built back up because I really need to. So
in chat it sounds like Falling on a Bruise says, is there any hope that VR will develop so we don't get motion sickness? Is it just a dream? So, I mean, kind of speaking of the not feeling good, I mean, you could try things, him and you as well, Sean, like the fans. Fan is a great way. If you're doing something forward facing, you don't move, have a fan blowing on you. It's a really good thing to help with motion sickness. Keeps you from getting like the sweats and gives you forward movement on stuff. And then you can get like the vignetting and blinders a lot of times in games that really help with that too.
And also it's just about taking it slow. I mean, a lot of times people can overcome motion sickness. You just got to take little bites at a time. Don't push yourself, make yourself sick. Do a little bit at a time. And eventually, usually most people can get over that and they can do almost anything. It's just you got to take your time. It's a learning process.
You play
for your brain.
one round of Pop 1. We go 5-hour sessions normally. And you're like, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop here. I got one in.
It wasn't that I was motion sick or anything. It's just my energy level. I had no energy to keep moving, so I didn't want to push myself too hard. I mean, normally, like you said, we go 5-6 hours in Population 1 sometimes, and no problem. So eventually I'll get back to that. It was just after not moving and being bedridden for about 3 weeks, it was hard to do that much movement for very long. So
I get that. Arthur Knox with a super chat, man. I would love to see a Stickman video on VR or Stick Brush. Would be funny.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
When I think of Stickman, though, I think of Holoception, man. I mean, the Stickman stuff in that
game.
Is incredible.
I still
it's
hope
like
we see that on the Quest.
Cliche. Oh man, I know that would be so killer on Quest, man. That's one of those games I can just throw on and screw off in for like 30 minutes and just go at it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
Falling on a Bruise said, I'm a 52-year-old woman, by the way, which is awesome. We see this.
Nice.
We see this more and more lately. VR and gaming and stuff isn't just for the young generation. This is VR kind of covers the whole spectrum of everybody. I mean, there's something out there that everybody can enjoy, no matter, man, woman, young, old, no matter what, awesome. Like grandparents. I mean, and it's a great connecting tool. So if you have family that's far away and they get a headset too, it's such a great way to connect with other people and just have so much fun that there's just no way to replicate it, really, especially in these times when we don't get to see each other in person as much. It's just such a powerful tool that, we've loved it for years. It's not gotten old for us. We still can't get enough of it, and it's just so much fun.
I have friends of mine who are in their late 50s and stuff and called me to ask about the Quest 2 and what it is and how it works because they want to get one for themselves and to let their 90-year-old mom try VR and go into some things to show her some experiences because she's pretty much at home now. And I'm like, you can do anything that doesn't require the internet and take it to her house and use and stuff. And they were pretty excited about that. Yeah. So it's really cool what it does for people and connecting people and giving people the opportunity to do things that can't get around and get out. So,
I still think nursing homes. I feel like nursing homes should be full of Oculus Quests because, a lot of those people spend so much time alone and by themselves and stuff. If they could do things with family and friends, playing poker, fishing, whatever it is, I think it's cool. Like, it's a very cool technology that is really starting to grow, and we're still seeing the potentials of it. You know, we haven't seen the true potential of VR yet. It's still evolving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
So,
Yeah. People talking about some old school games, Amiga. I've still been playing my Virtual Boy, man. It's good stuff. I love it. I really do. It's awesome. It's like all my childhood dreams, man. It's great. Which doesn't go back as far as I wouldn't go back as far as that.
No.
Back to 64, but yeah. Still, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. We went longer than I thought we'd be able to. So
I've been convinced after some of the comments I made about racing and stuff last week. I think this week I want to try Automobilista 2. I have yet to play it. And everyone says it's really good. And it's just one I haven't got into because I'm set into what I always play. But I think that might be my go-to this week. I've been into the car stuff lately, trying to finish my stuff. So I think that might be where I head this week for my gameplay. That and Pop 1 probably too. But yeah.
I still want to play some more of Medal of Honor too. I still haven't finished that game. And
I know. I agree.
I agree. I do want to hop back into that some more and stuff. So
still, it's always the multiplayer stuff that reels me in every time.
Me too.
I know.
But yeah. So sorry for my voice today. I'm kind of quiet. Hopefully everybody could hear me, but
you're here, man. It's all
doing my best. I'm doing my best. So hopefully it's an uphill from here. Like we said, no show next weekend for Valentine's Day. We're going to spend some time with the wives that really deserve some attention from us. And so that's the plan. We should be back after that, hopefully back on a regular schedule, hopefully things back to normal. So I mean, truly, really, really appreciate everybody's support as I've been struggling with being sick, all the well wishes and everybody showing up, today after we've missed some shows. And huge shout out to everybody. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the comments and everybody in chat. And really appreciate it.
It is. Yeah. I appreciate everybody that said something too on the last video and stuff and in between and on Discord. I know I will be trying to play some before I go away for the weekend. So I'll post in Discord if, I'm playing some Automobilista or something, maybe that. But yeah, cheers guys. Thanks for being here. Arthur Knox, I saw a super chat just came through again, man. Jeez, you guys are ridiculous, man. Cheers, man. Dr. Beef, said, screw working on Castlevania on Quest. What do you think?
He's still working on it, isn't it? I thought he was working on that.
I kind of thought so too, but maybe not. Maybe I missed that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't kept up, but
I don't know, man. But Doom.
Doom. That's what I was gonna say. Doom. If you haven't played that on SideQuest, pick
that up. Freaking pick up Doom if you're looking for something to play too. Always say it. I mean, gosh, that's a good game. The jump scares in that are real. I mean, in VR, it's crazy.
Sure.
In flat, it doesn't do it to me, but real, good stuff. But So 2 weeks,
again,
we will be back. Yep, we will. Cheers, guys. Cheers for everything. Glad you guys are here. Thanks for spreading the word, on our show and still hanging out with us and stuff. So we'll see. Stop with the super chats, dude. What is going on with you guys? You guys just want to keep us rolling or something. What is wrong with this?
Oh man! So Farquhar giving the pair giving some coffee, a $3.99 super chat. Thank you for that.
Right.
Comebread, $10 super chat. He said, "Hope you feel better and nice beard." So I had to keep the beard. That way you couldn't tell how much weight I've lost. So hopefully the beard helps disguise that a little bit. So
are you feeding your mouse in there still? You still feeding it?
He pops out every once in a while. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I know.
Yep.
Man, Comebread, you guys are ridiculous.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Seriously.
Deep said Doom on Quest. Yeah, man. Doom on Quest. Free on Quest. So good.
For sure. Gaming science teacher said watch out for those trigger foods. So I'm trying to learn. I think I know some of the stuff that definitely I need to stay away from. My wife has a whole diet plan that's supposed to really help set everything back to normal. So hopefully get all that going. And seriously appreciate all the support, everybody. So really do.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we are out of here. We'll see you back here. See you in VR. See you in 2 weeks. We're sorry, but man, we'll see you then. Pumped as always, and Sean will be feeling way better by then.
I hope so. Hopefully my voice, everything will be back to normal, hopefully.
Yeah, man. Yep. All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll catch you later. See ya.
Later.